This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Craig, Colorado. I'm here at Good Vibes Rocky Mountain Dispensary. Since 2020, they have provided an extensive variety of cannabis products and accessories, all at a great price. I'm joined by Dylan, who is the owner, Cultural Operations Director. Let's start off a little bit about you. I mean, quite honestly, as a native of Colorado, pretty much grew up here most of your life. You were formally educated really as an architect in University of Colorado. You've worked in sales as well as product specialist with Apple. But at a young age, you kind of found your passion, which is really cannabis. Tell me how this story got started for you.
So, like you said, architecture was where I was headed originally, and so I spent about 3 years doing that in the healthcare side of things. And then cannabis really wasn't even on my mind when it was legalized. I was a teenager, and so I really dove deep into the legislation just out of interest, but I never had the idea that that's where I was going to go. COVID hit, I was working from home and just needed a change.
What a great change. I mean, cannabis, whether it's for recreational use or medicinal purposes, why is Colorado a great state to provide cannabis professionally? And obviously you've lived here, and tell me a little bit about that.
One of the great things about cannabis in Colorado that you don't see in a lot of other states is that we do, I would guess probably somewhere around 60% is indoor cultivation. So the levels are just very scientific. Everything is very well thought out. The water levels, the nutrients, everything is very precise. And we grow probably the best weed here in Colorado that's ever been grown. And people, I get tourists in the store who have been to Washington, Nevada, California, tried their products, and they just say Colorado's weed is 10 times greater than anything you can get anywhere else.
Nice shout out for Colorado. I'm a native as well. Marijuana, also known as cannabis, weed, pot. I mean, it's got a long history of human use. Ancient cultures, they didn't grow the plant really to get high. They use it as a medicine. This started out back in Asia, 500 BC. I mean, if a person is using strictly recreational cannabis, I imagine they're probably getting some of the medicinal benefits out of it as well. And do you basically provide for both types?
So we are just a recreational dispensary. There are 2 license types in the state of Colorado. For retail, you can have a medicinal or a recreational license. Okay. Some of the gray areas, though, actually prohibit us from discussing any of those medical benefits, being that we're not a medical dispensary.
Sure.
So it's really just a legislation issue there. So short answer, yes, obviously it's the same product and you're going to be seeing those results, but as a recreational store, we're not allowed to discuss those with our customers.
Makes total sense. For those who have never walked into a dispensary before, believe it or not, they still exist here in Colorado. Can you explain what the protocol is? What should they expect? What's it like?
So my store's really unlike any other store in the state because I turned in my applications and stuff on my 21st birthday as soon as it became legal for me to do so. So I didn't have any of the experience of getting to go into a dispensary. I had only, been able to research online and talk to older friends that had gone in. So I just jumped into it. Standard, and we certainly do still follow standard. You're gonna come in, present an ID to our security. We're going to scan you into the system, and then you might have a short waiting period in our lobby or something before a bud tender comes out from the showroom to get you. What makes us different when you walk into our showroom is that it's all an open layout. So all of my product is on shelves, right there where the customer can touch it, feel it, read the ingredients, discuss it with the bud tender, and that's unlike any other store that I've seen, at least. It's all locked away behind cabinets. You point at it and you pick whatever you want, and we went on a different approach there.
That is pretty unique. I like that. More of an open feeling to it, and they get to enjoy it. You provide a pretty extensive variety of cannabis. How does the consumer know what to choose? I mean, how does that start?
The consumer really never knows what to choose until they've been in there 2 or 3 times. So that's where our bud tenders come in, and they are specialists. They know their craft. They know really everything there is to know about the product when it comes in. We go through short trainings, and they'll understand the ingredients, but we also get testing with every product that comes in. So everything is tested for heavy metals and chemicals and mold and stuff to make sure that it's all safe. But just being able to interact with your bud tender, and we can kind of pick and prod at you? Are you looking to relax? Are you looking to have a party? Are you just, trying to get better sleep? I mean, what is it? But so we'll recommend a different range of products, but we do carry flower or bud, weed, whatever you might call it, the plant.
Yeah.
But we also carry concentrates, which are going to be like a higher dosage, higher effect than anything else, and those are dabbed. So just a vaporization of the concentrates. And then on the side of the edibles, some people don't want to smoke. So they get a chocolate bar or a gummy or some popcorn or some peanut butter. I mean, we carry absolutely everything.
Very cool. I mean, I grew up in an age where recreationally walk into a liquor store, a lot of different choices, yet the buzz was the same to me. When it comes to marijuana, are we talking about different types of plants out there, and do they give different types of highs? Explain that for me.
Definitely. So we call those phenotypes. So you have an indica, referred to as indicouch. That's the very relaxing one. That's what's going to kind of put you in the dirt. And then there's sativa, which is the opposite side of that. We refer to that as working weed. Smoke that and go out on the farm and do whatever you're doing, and you're going to have just a fine day, extra productive. And then on the creative side, artists and anybody who's creative at all, they love both. And then there's a hybrid phenotype, which is just a crossbreeding of that, and so you kind of get a little bit of a mellow, but you can also stay hyperactive and keep going about your day with the hybrids.
Walked into many a dispensary. I've never even heard those breakdowns like that. Those bud tenders aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. I would have loved to know that. When you're looking at bud tenders out there, what are you looking for? Are you looking for knowledgeable folks? Are you looking for friendly, or a little combination of both?
Knowledgeable is really not something that we look for. This is such a new industry. There just aren't a lot of experts out there. So I can offer all of the training that you need within probably a week to become a great bud tender. So we're looking certainly for personality, customer service skills, just someone that can have a good interaction and help out their customers.
Is your cannabis all grown here in Colorado? And is it safe to say that not all cannabis quality is the same?
Definitely, yeah. So there's sun-grown, and then there's the indoor cultivation like we discussed. The current federal guidelines, being that it is still criminal, we don't do any kind of interstate business. So as much as I would like to carry some of the premium products that California and Nevada have to offer, we just can't. So I work with probably somewhere between 50 and 100 vendors all in the state of Colorado.
Tell us again a little bit about your facility. I mean, you're talking your showroom. What is the vibe you were hoping for when you opened up the doors and made it a little bit different than what you had experienced?
Yeah, everything I was able to research online, going into a dispensary standard issue is a very intimidating process. It's typically dark, and you meet a security guard who might be wearing a vest and packing. There might be a dog at the door, and that was something I didn't want. So we're still a very secure facility, but I just wanted it to be bright, open, and energetic, and so we went with kind of a Hawaiian theme, which really sticks out like a sore thumb up here in the mountains of Colorado.
Living up to the name, that's excellent. For those who actually want to go online, maybe pre-order something, can they do that and actually pick up at your location? And what kind of things can actually be sent through the mail, and is that something you provide?
Yeah, so you can pre-order on our website and pick up in store. Again, the state legislation requires that our transactions be finished in the licensed premises. So we don't do any shipping or delivery. Delivery, though, has become legal in the state of Colorado now, but your local jurisdiction also has to allow for it. So Denver and Aurora, actually, I just saw this morning, have some new delivery services, but in Craig here we do not yet.
As I read through reviews out there, I mean, you guys seem to live up to your name. Obviously, people are raving about a friendly staff, knowledgeable staff. They all leave with a good vibe. Is that something you pride yourself on?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The good vibes, radiate those good vibes into the community. That's what we're here for.
Do you enjoy reading those reviews and kind of enjoy that people are getting to know you?
I enjoy reading and responding to the reviews, yeah. And so anytime someone leaves us a review, we thank them and tell them, hey, stop back in, we'll give you 10% off, check it out. But yeah, we really appreciate that, and we want the community to know that we're living up to our name.
That is cool. I've also read that you're not only friendly, but you're affordable. Was that something important for you to provide for the public? And do you try to have specials and daily deals, if you will?
Yeah, definitely. We have daily deals that cycle through, so we'll have specials, clearance type items, but we also just have a regular weekly deal schedule. So Mondays are the Munchie Mondays, so edibles are all 10% off on Monday. And definitely, we're in a rural community. This isn't Boulder or Denver, and so being at an affordable level was certainly a very big priority.
You yourself, your professional LinkedIn profile states that you're the youngest dispensary owner in the world. Was that a claim that basically, that claiming that title, is that something you realized when you actually got your license on day 21?
Yeah, I didn't know for sure, but I knew that I had turned in my applications on my 21st birthday, and so I was sure to be at least close to the youngest. But yeah, through my research, there's another lady over on the East Coast who opened her store when she was about 28, and that's been a few years ago. So yeah, to my knowledge and to the research I've done, I'm the youngest by nearly 10 years.
Yep, definitely, I would imagine it is. Your dispensary is successful. You're providing friendly, knowledgeable service. You're providing an affordable product, but really you're providing value to the public. Is that important to you, and does it continue to be rewarding?
Absolutely, and trying to get involved in some community events and stuff like that to really show that we're a part of the community is something we would like to do more. And again, that's just another one of those like advertising and legislation issues. We live in such a gray area, where it's federally still criminal but legal in the state, and so we just bounce back and forth, but absolutely providing value to the community and radiating those good vibes.
I'm glad we're able to come out here and basically introduce your place as well as yourself. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is the website. On the website, you can learn more about the organization, but check out their Facebook page. If they have any specials going on or events or letting you know if they're open or closed, I'll let you know right there as well. Once again, that is Good Vibes Rocky Mountain Dispensary, located in Craig, Colorado, providing an extensive variety of cannabis products and accessories, all at a great price, leaving you with good vibes. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.